Cattle ranching has a long history here in the Rio Grande Valley. The Spanish brought the first cattle to the New World as early as 1500, and Juan de Onatis men trailed more than 1,000 head into the Rio Grande Valley in 1598. In the late 1800s, Antonia Guerra came to Brooks County from Mier, Mexico, looking for a better life for her family. Her son, Arcadio, who had become fellow senior's father, was but a young teenager at the time. Working in a general merchandise store and later owning 5 stores that provided everything a cowboy or rancher needed, Antonia and her family firmly established themselves in the Rio Grande Valley. In 1873, Antonia registered the La Muñeca cattle brand, La Muñeca, the paper doll. Over 135 years old, is the foundation of the Guerra legacy: faith, family, and philanthropy.
The Guerra family, as a matter of fact, the Guerra Chapa family, were pioneer ranchers in Hidalgo County, particularly in northern Hidalgo County. Felo and Carmen Guerra not only had the ranch, but they did some farming. They were merchants. And I think they believe, because of their farming and ranching experience, that you have to give back to the land in order for the land to give back to you. And that kind of translated to their philosophy of helping the community.
In every area of community life, whether it's church or other charitable activities, they are there. They step up to the plate. And they do it with grace.
My mom and dad were very special people. They were very great parents. As I mentioned earlier, believed in volunteerism, where there was Boy Scouts, Altar Society, Cub Scouts, Girl Scouts, 4-H, you name it. It seemed like every night Dad had a meeting of some kind somewhere. They took us to church every Sunday, and they lived a Christian life every day of the week.
You could just feel the strength, the caring, the commitment, the goodness in this man. I was so impressed.
Dad loved agriculture and was always looking for a better way, a better seed, a better bull, and he's passed that on to us. And of course, Mom was started off working at the post office, but then she became a housewife and was as good as you could be. A lot of our leaders today have an agriculture background, and the reason for that is, in agriculture, when you make a mistake, something dies.
I can even go back even to the parents of fellow senior, Arcadio, that started a school around La Reforma. I don't know if you know where La Reforma is, but it's just west of San Manuel Lenon, and way back there. And matter of fact, Fellow went to that school before. So education has been kind of ingrained in the Guerra Chapa family for generations, and it has really been passed on to their children.
And scholarships has always been big in our family ever since our grandfather started a school at La Reforma to educate the kids of our community and of our ranch and the sharecroppers.
How do you truly educate the human being so that they will know that your success is in how you interact with the most humble among you, as well as how you interact with the most powerful?
The university means the awe. It's supposed to cover all things, and the idea behind the university traditionally, from the time of Plato forward, has been to educate the whole person.
Our honor students, these very bright students, will have opportunities to come to know the Guerra family, will interact with them, will support their activities, and that they will also know about this tradition. Because imagine the kind of Rio Grande Valley we could have if this tradition, this ethic, this Guerra ethic, could be multiplied many, many times over. There'd be no stopping us.
The commitment of the Guerras to have their name represent this honors program shows that similar kind of commitment to project way beyond our vision, to exceed the kinds of things that we even think are possible. And it just takes effort and a will to try.
I'm hoping that when we can afford it, that we will have an honors college named the Felo and Carmen Guerra Honors College, and that forever that concept of academic excellence will be joined to excellence of character. And that legacy is best articulated in the lives of this family and in the lives of these two people.
What we do in the honors program, and I think one of the things that we see in the Guerra family, is to broaden our scope, to look very widely at the potential that people can become, so that we aren't merely tools within society, but we are the leaders within society directing the future generations.
Well, the honors program has made a huge difference in my life because it has opened so many doors. Like I said, I've been able to study abroad, and I've met other people that are with the same focus of my goal, and they're goal-oriented.
For me, the honors program opened up the world of research. And with that, I also learned that not only is it important to receive an education, but to also internalize everything that you learn. And when you do that, you're able to be more creative in your efforts, and you're able to be more innovative in the way that you think. And that really helps with the research process, and it helps you grow both personally and as an academic.
It just helps you grow as an overall more round student, because you have to take classes in every area, not just your own specific area for your major. And so as an honors student, we have to take humanities, so we learn from the beginning of civilization to modern time. Everything there possibly is to know: art, music, literature, politics. And so for me, being a science major, all I see is DNA all the time, or this cell does this, or the body works like this. So taking humanities and taking honors classes in political science and English just kind of made me open my eyes and think creatively, because in science you have to think more, what are the facts, that's all we want. And so taking these other classes helped me to get outside the box, think more creatively, think, okay, there is other stuff out there, and I just don't want to be good in one area, but good in all areas, so I can be more beneficial to everybody.
Having the honorific of the Felo and Carmen Guerra honors program places the current honors program on a much higher level than it has been in the past. If the Guerra family is interested, we know that we have a quality program.
Well, one of the things that Felo and Carmen did is that they instilled in their children, you know, Felo Jr. and Carlos and Hector and Gerardo and Carmen, also the same philosophy and the same caring and giving back. And they have carried on that tradition, you know, now that their parents are gone. I think both Felo and Carlos and the rest of them have taken up the challenge.
I think that you see Felo and Carmen living out their lives, not only in their children, their sons and daughters, but in the grandchildren. The grandchildren, when I see them interacting with other people at a function, it's that same grace of goodness and generosity and respect.
There's many ways to give. You can give of time, you can give of money, you can give of trying to help individuals that are in need. Bottom line, I think the thing to do, to keep in mind, is that when you do leave this world, that you leave it a little bit better than it was when you came in. And I think they did that very, very well.
We're just glad to help and to participate in the community and work with the UT Pan Am. We're excited to be able to help and to participate and advance the cause of education.